in the cantonment of the city, where the residences of the big nobles of the area are spread over several acres. In the same area, the grand mansion of retired Commissioner Umjud Raza, at the end of a road covered with 2 rowan trees, is shining with electric bulbs. The sun had set, but the wings of the evening had not fully spread yet. In the distance, the commissioner's old Mercedes car, which was now mostly used for household chores, appeared in tatters. Shakir, the oldest driver of the house, was driving the car, and Sonny Mian was sitting with a happy expression on his face, as if he had just returned after accomplishing some great feat on the back seat of the car, covered in white sheets. 2 small girls were sitting huddled together, although Malvi Alin did not know anything. The car honked its horn twice before it reached the large wooded gate of the mansion, so 2 servants hurried out of the wooden cabins built next to the iron wooded gate and rushed to the car gate, opened the gate before arriving. Commissioner's blue Mercedes entered the house quickly. By the time I got ready and got downstairs, almost all the guests had arrived. Seeing me, Sonny waved his hand from a distance, as if he wanted to tell me something special. But at that time he was so surrounded by his friends and cousins, etc., in white pajamas, that it was possible for him to reach me immediately. As usual, Ibad Sahib was busy trying his best to impress his daughters and other girls who had accompanied the Begums. One on the other hand, Haha and Sajjad Bhai, as usual, were engaged in Burns deals with some of the big names who came to this party. Baba never let such an opportunity pass. There was a lot of movement in the hall, everywhere like a shower of colors and light. On the one hand, Ami and Urabiya Bobby were also using every tactic to influence the Begums. There was talk of jewelry. There were new fashion trends. There was talk of spending summer vacations in France or Switzerland. Colorful anchos were waving everywhere. It seemed as if there was not a ritual of Sunni's first half, but his marriage ceremony. As Mir came down the stairs, the greetings of many dreamy eyes had reached me. But according to Cameron, I am extremely ungrateful in this matter. Rather. It should be his marriage ceremony. Mir came down the stairs. The greetings of many dreamy eyes had reached me, but according to Cameron, there was a very ungrateful incident in this matter. I don't know why I used to laugh just thinking about things like love. I had never liked a woman as much as the typical romance narratives portrayed. Perhaps one of the reasons for this was that I received coeducation from childhood. My best friends since childhood were only girls. I had been with them from their toy rooms as children, to their teenage studies, and then to their bedrooms in adulthood. For me, all the girls in this party were just girls. Like many classmates while living in a hostel, everyone knew me, and I too very well. Many of them had a special secret. But I don't know why I was never able to realize that all of them have now come out of childhood and youth and reached the age where now only a non-mahram can be their confidant. Baba was accompanied by retired bureaucrats and the daughters of nobles, for a glimpse of his modern Hussein. But I am so close to this beauty that looking at myself was a normal thing. And then the raw thing is the meaning of Rabe Tabi. I found most of the beautiful girls to be silly. They all have the same style. Serious in front of boys, and trying to look credible, and talk to each other's girls in private, like we used to talk about these girls when we were fighting. First of all, I was greeted by Begum Ishraf's daughter Lubni as she came down the stairs. F. Maddie, where do you live today? There is an end to indifference. I tease him. It has been heard that good health is far away from good people. She smiled, yawn eye. Well, tell us that coming this Thursday is the engagement party of Muslim towards us. Salmi was a year younger sister than Lenny. I looked at him in surprise. 2 Salmi are getting engaged, but he also made some promises to me. Willini stared at me. I am sitting waiting for your promises to grow old. Don't tell me will you come far away? Is she smiled, Greek. Well, tell us that coming this Thursday is Muslim's engagement party for us. Salmi was a year younger sister than Lenny. I looked at him in surprise. 2 Salmi are getting engaged, but he also made some promises to me. Valatai stared at me. I am sitting waiting for your promises to grow old. Don't tell me will you come? Meanwhile, Maria and Humora from the other side ran in different directions. They definitely didn't like me standing alone with Lubny. Jamira knew that I loved black clothes, so she came wearing a special black sari today. And it is true that her fair complexion looked good even in a black sari. Maria was dressed as usual on the film and in a new style of tight shirt. He got up and said, "Maddie, you have stopped leaving home after graduating from university. You are meeting me tomorrow evening. I have many things to tell you. No excuse will do." Nyla and Pinky, standing far away, saw me talking to Maria, glaring at me angrily and hiding from people's eyes, making some hints that when I meet them alone, they will tell me good news. Will take the surprising thing is that sometimes girls' secrets, their hugs and their words were the same in solitude. Probably the whole world was built in the same place and from the same type of soil. In solitude, everyone used to suspect me that after the end of studies, I am not paying attention to them. They would hold my hand under some pretext, crying at me, and then I would like to go by myself. Everyone would say that I never tried to find out who I am, what do I mean to them, and that all of them kiss the memories of my childhood and boyhood. The value is carefully maintained. Everyone had the same romance. Sometimes I also wonder why childhood memories and childhood romance are so deeply embedded in the minds of these girls. It seemed that in childhood, girls make those innocent friendships only because when they grow up, they want this friend as their own. Make the prince of dreams. By the way, at that time, I was completely unaware of this romance. I didn't know what an honor was to be loved by someone. I did not know that the beloved of the people,